football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Please throw it over there, Hub. All right, let's go.
First down, and they'll start with Algier. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
You've been having crazy games with him.
Last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, first and 10 at the 45. Now Etienne to start the drive. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, right back to Etienne. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap. The gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that, you're going to control an inside running game.
And he had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film
Let me
review.
see that one more time.
Show that again, coach. Look how my legs kept turning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Here we go now on first and goal. Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they win.
Damn.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we.
Yeah, they told me he was gonna be on the game record. God damn though. Overpowered like a motherfucker.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Let's go. Go set.
Back to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On third down, Lawrence. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12.
Oh!
And a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for.
Without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down.
You can't get
They'll
shit
sack
off.
him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5.
Tell me about it. This nigga is not getting blocked at all.
Take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
On the stick.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
X3. 218. Stop it. Kill.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Walsh. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with ETN. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Another toe for ETN. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. ETN up the middle. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try the left side with Etienne. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The kick by Bass is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Fields this way up at the 17.
The Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Here we go.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
Back to throw now on first down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
How fast is he?
Jags are going to have it here just past the 25. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go.
He was beat, man. How fast is that nigga?
Last week at a certain point, because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last
That shit, that's crazy, man. We can't do nothing.
coming, and he's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
Let's fucking go.
Right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball is going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16
Let's fucking go. We deserve that one. We earned that one.
Finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Yeah.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jerry Jeudy as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half.
Woo.
They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
On the double.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, Delta. Hey, lock it.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Lawrence. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, you drop it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they get him the football.
I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 19-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there. That throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
A waste of time. Set, ready.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will knot us up at 10. What was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hey, stop.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure.
Oh, there's a catch.
I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They're looking for Judy.
Oh, look, come on, man. That nigga is a wire.
And the Jaguars are
damn, that's my fault.
Back at their own 17.
That's my fault. Shouldn't have threw it.
Up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And they'll go again with Etienne. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation.
Well, way to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Walsh.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A handoff for Etienne.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked off 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that when maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That's some bullshit.
Intercepted.
That's crazy, dog.
Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Lawrence from his end zone.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's a give to Etienne. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat and is taken down right after.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Etienne once more. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Etienne. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up
come
to
on,
the 35-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. He's going to air one out. And the defense loses.
That's not what I called.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive.
Not what I called.
Yeah,
but that ain't what I called.
Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Shit, man, I got a goddamn.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice
Nah, that's running back.
After this one, he's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd.
Man, this ain't no way. This nigga just getting in here.
Incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here we go.
2nd and 8.
Drill green. Strike it.
Here comes the blitz as they
Oh, come on, Madden. Come on, bro. This nigga ain't, bro, Madden's so full of shit, dog.
Came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to...
God, come on, bro.
As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm,
I mean, we can't even get nothing.
Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On the ball.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. John Ross
nothing. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
I missed it. Oh, no, I didn't.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Running out of the gun with Etienne.
Oh, come on, Madden. Well, that is some bullshit, dog.
Before being stopped just before the 35. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final.
This nigga just got 17 yards on the run. Nobody tackled this man.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Don't get greedy, Hug. Let's run the time out.
At this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. NFL, some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, here's Etienne. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they can pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Jacksonville, they moved to 7.
For me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting